be for none. Remember we was sliding in that four-door Audi when it smoked, they get...
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch us slap.
On first down, Rodgers throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Hey, pick 26. Hey, 88.
Now Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right, and he wisely will throw that one away. These two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow, and I gotta say, if it's gonna be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be a second down.
Brings up second and 4.
Now Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Rodgers going to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's Rodgers. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert being chased out left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Here's Herbert. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
These 2 teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So a victory here in Lambeau would give them a sweep of the season series.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert.
He'll get that complete to Hunter Bryant, the tight end.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings, nothing.
Running on first down, Eckler. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
On 2nd and 12, Herbert. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw is Rodgers. And this one is incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Makes the score Packers 14, Vikings 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Throwing again on second down. Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Again, Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. Rodgers now on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now a handoff here to his running back. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Touchdown, Packers! A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's got his receiver, Cooper. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. But he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this past the 20-yard line. So this is something we didn't see a lot from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. Giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Now, this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers use the short field to get in for 6. Now the try here for the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A gain of 3, second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Herbert now. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. They're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches,
up a little bit.
Just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight. He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Dillon now off the option.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Throwing is Rodgers. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Rodgers now to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Shepard. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
They'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Flush to his right. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception. And this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Now they try the right side here. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Go nowhere, 22, go nowhere. It's been a long day for you. Watch twins.
On 3rd down, here's Dillon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once more, here's Eckler. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. When you think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything, and here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it can get going.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Herbert. Complete to Bryant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 28. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, offensively, tries to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they have to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games we just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings' 19-yard line.
61 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a handoff looking right. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Here's Herbert. And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Chris Barnes.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception accounted of what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves,
Held him to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
26 mark.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So it's all Green Bay victory. That was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Green Bay, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push.